This is going to be part 2 of our series on back squatting. You finished part 1, done a few reps, you got the bar off the rack, got it up and down, you're feeling dangerous. Now you're starting to add a little bit of weight, and you might be noticing that your form is shifting and changing a little bit. So we're going to add a few little cues to think about as you're getting into that intermediate level on back squatting. So a common thing that happens when you start to add a little bit more weight and get a little bit more confident is you'll start rounding in your upper back on your way up. You're going to come down, and then when you get a little bit more weight, you're going to round a little bit. So the key to that is actually not in your back, it's actually in your shoulders. I'm going to flip around here and show you. When I set up and I grab the bar, I'm grabbing it in an optimal position to where I can take my elbows and pull them forward. What that does, when I pull my elbows and try to point them forward, rolls my shoulders back and keeps my chest up into the air. It also keeps my upper back very stiff for the entire lift and doesn't allow me to roll forward. So I'm going to find my optimal grip. You may have to change it for this. Get underneath the bar, and before each lift, I'm going to check myself. I've got my stance. Now I'm thinking about my shoulders. Take my elbows, push them forward. Notice what that does to my upper back. Makes it very straight. So all the way down, my upper back is straight as can be, and back up. The next mistake you might start seeing when you start to add some weight is that when you, on your ascension of your squat, you might see your hips rise a little bit faster than your shoulders. And what I mean by that is something that looks like this. When you get down to the bottom and you go up, it's like your chest is stuck, but your hips are rising, and then you kind of do the rest with your back. Yes, you might be strong enough to get the weight up, but that's not an ideal movement pattern for a squat. You're putting too much stress on your back and not focusing on this being a lower extremity lift. So what's going to help you with that is not only your elbows pushing forward and keeping your spine up straight, but also thinking about bracing that core like we said in video 1. Brace that core through the entire lift. If you're not braced, your hips will rise a little bit faster than your shoulders. So elbows forward, got my good stance. Elbows forward, brace my core like I'm going to get punched in the gut. Hips down and back, keep it braced, and back up. All raising at once. And that's going to be your part 2 of your back squatting video.